This your boy T-Pole. This the New Solution Radio podcast show. And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'ma keep saying it till I get tired. Overstand, leg up.
Can't hear you, bruh. I still don't hear nothing. No sound.
Okay, I know you can hear me now.
Okay.
There
We in
you
action.
go. I know you can hear me now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, welcome to the show. Sorry about all these technical difficulties. It's been a crazy week. crazy thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I got OG Capone hit me on the phone. We got a lot of technical difficulties cracking in here. So, what's been going on with you, bro? Let's just chop it out like that.
Brother, trying to maintain and reach the youth as well as their parents, man. Because you know we got that's Capone there. We got a lot of we got a lot of things going on, man, and a lot of people say, you know, forget the elders and forget the older people and focus on the kids, which I understand, but at the same time, if their families and gatekeepers and guardians don't agree, then we're going to have a problem. So we have to get everybody on board. So I've been trying to figure out a way to bridge the gap and get more parents involved, get them to participate in the re-education of their kids and instilling some of these core values within our families and communities so that we can all do this together. So, you know, it's re-education with me 24/7. Yo. We solo? What we got?
Sorry about that, man. There's so much going on right now.
I'll say you let me know now. I might have to dance.
We good now. We good now. You ain't gotta do that, G. We ain't gotta do no spiritual, but you know what I'm saying. I did want to tap in with you. And you know what I'm saying, just see what was going on. I know it's a lot of stuff we ain't covered in the last couple of weeks, so we wanted to recap and recover what we was working on, you know what I'm saying, especially with the youth, especially with the elders, because it's some of the elders acting like the youth, and believe me, I know I say that.
Hey, listen, man, listen. It's, you know what it is though, and this is my opinion, and I'm gonna hold on to it. It's a fear of being forgotten. Right. It's a fear of being misunderstood or overlooked. It's hard to deal with losing the things that once made you who you were. At least that's what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I've always been a super strong guy. You know, I've always been the man. We on construction sites and they waiting on the heavy machines. I'm like, now let's grab it and move it. You know, I've always been that type. So as I got older and things started happening to my body, weightlifting injuries, stuff like that, you start losing things that you feel like made you who you are. So you start trying to grasp at things and prove yourself all the time. You know, like I still got it. And a lot of these older gentlemen, I'm going to call them, they want to prove they still got it.
Right.
But what they don't understand is they graduated from strength to wisdom and understanding. So now it's time to teach those lessons to those who have the strength, our young men. You know, they the bulls, they leading the charge. We should be in a place of guidance now.
Right.
You know, and that's how you remain relevant, is by passing on your experience after you lose your ability to stand on that front line as a warrior the way you used to. You know, so I think that's all it is. I don't think it's negativity. I don't think that is, I mean, it does hurt when they won't let go and grow old gracefully. It does hurt some things, but I don't think it's out of malice. I think it's just a person dealing with trying to maintain their place. I mean, none of us know this thing. We're all operating on faith and trying to find our way. Life is a journey. So once you feel like you finally got it and you at that peak, the next thing to look at is going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's hard to accept that sometimes.
That's true. A lot of them want to wear, I know KD big on the skin. Y'all big on the skinny jeans.
Look,
I think it's KD.
I'm gonna leave that alone just for the simple fact. Hey, look, man. I'm from the dirty. We used to, you know, we wore baggy pants, and my wife made me see it one day. She said, "Well, baby, look back in the day. Now they used to wear bell bottoms and tight pants. Ain't nothing new." You know? And I'm like, yeah, but we changed and progressed for a reason. I ain't knocking nobody, man. Y'all wear fitted, straight leg. I'm a big dude, so it's never been for me. I've always needed bigger clothes. So with
that being said, we're gonna bring KD on because I know he you know what I'm saying. Hey, I've been watching this page these last couple weeks, and I'm like, man, it's a shift going on, brother. You didn't shift it somewhere.
No, it's just grand poobahs to the grand poobahs in the world. But shout out to the world, man. And I just want to give a shout out to a lot of these guys in the South, man, that's actually really serious about what's going on out here, and they standing on their own people. I wish the city would get like that a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because we rooted from the South, and this is the Black Exodus Code going on all over again, which we had failed to do so long ago. We came north but didn't come back south to teach nothing. Some of us came out south and did the worst. And I feel like a lot of us is still being held accountable for what a lot of individuals did in their own time frame way back when. And I'm not saying Chicago need to apologize, but they do need to recognize what's going on in their thought process, because a lot of people that's out there in the South now came from us. So we definitely have to understand the method and the measures of what's going on, especially with a unified thing. Now, me personally, I can see if me, my brother here, you, and a whole lot of people, not saying that y'all not. I'm just saying, speaking personally on what I see, I can see if we was being attacked simultaneously, but it seemed like it's only me. So I'm gonna step up according to me. I can't speak for Strong. I can't speak for Kelly. I can't speak for you. I'm gonna deal with it according to the way the attack is being. Me, I make people look like an asshole according to their action, behavior, and attitude, according to what they supposed to represent. So while you shooting your shots at me and allowing your homeboys and this, that, and the other to do what they do, you look real bad doing it. You won't grow. You won't change. The best violation in the world is change. Nigga, take it. Excuse me.
No, you good.
You know what I mean?
No, you good. You good. No,
So with that being said, you know, I gave myself 48 hours to just deal with it on their level without being ignorant about it. You see what I'm saying? Because the big we ain't your baby, and you ain't gonna take it from me because you want to put one person up there that made a mistake. So you're gonna try to incorporate the whole big we situation because he did something wrong. You could have came and hollered at us, folks. The brother could have came and hollered at us. Y'all only have to put everything on Facebook and try to make me look like something that looking for some trouble or some heartache when it look like it's really y'all that's causing all the dilemma in the whole situation in the movement. I got brothers in the joint getting robbed with knives and stuff because by the guys. So you just have to remove yourself from what everybody on the outside is thinking about, and you stand on your business. Because last I heard, a lot of people was told to stay out of ours. Let them brothers work. They doing something good, something positive, according to what we in our literature has uplifted to. And just because y'all don't want to change, that don't mean fam them need to remain in that image because you won't let it go. I'm gonna talk about you like a dog and show you where your action, behavior, and attitude can actually get you erad up out the situation. I'll go with you, sir, for exposing you the way that I exposed you. You feel
Florida love, Florida love.
So it is what it is. This is a corporate business, and I will sue you.
Right.
So to keep from suing you, I'm gonna embarrass you while y'all trying to embarrass us according to what we doing. This ain't no competition. This positivity, man. Let's go.
I get the overstanding of all of that. I just don't get the competition part. When it's all for the same, it's all for the same thing. So why would we? Yes, sir.
Because it's always your own, bro.
If I may,
it's always our own.
The thing is early on we're taught to strive for recognition. You know, if you go back to grade school and the board was put up to where if you earned a star for the day, your name was gonna get the little star and you was gonna get some type of whatever. When they grade the test and they pass them out, and you got the great job with your A or B, and then try harder next time for the guy over here that everybody's laughing at. You're taught to be that person that is always getting a pat on the back or the ego stroke, the stuff like that, instead of you accomplished it, let's move on something. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's ingrained in us from an early age. And as we grow, so does that toxic mindset. You know, that I've always got to be in competition with my brother, because if he getting too much attention, I'm not going to get the attention I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Or if they say he's the man, I'm going to be in his shadow and nobody's going to know how important I am too. But the truth of the matter is, it's 8 billion people on the planet. Out of that 8 billion, there's a lot that think like you. There's a lot that think like me. There's a lot that think like him, whatever the case may be. And those people naturally gravitate towards one another.
Yeah.
So you don't have to compete with your brother. You don't have to compete in this lane. Get the job done. Get with like-minded individuals, because at the end of the day, that's what we want, is to accomplish the task. So
yes.
It's a brainwash that has been planted inside of us. What I'm trying to say is, and that the only way to do it, like us attacking one another, which is a sad reality, but we attack one another instead of looking at the setup. By making me feel like you're my competition, we spend so much time bickering and fighting that both of our progress lack. What we could have got accomplished, we failed because we fighting each other in the process. We see ourselves moving, but how much further could we have got if I just didn't spend the last 10 years fighting with this brother?
Right.
This what goes back to the big we, is I celebrate your diversity. I celebrate your differences. I celebrate your efforts, because it matters. If I'm not hating on you and I'm promoting you, then what are the odds that you're going to turn around and hate me? Or what are the odds that you're going to turn around and say, hey, bro, come on up here, man. Hey, look, I noticed you. You've been with me the whole way. Every time I turn to the right or left, there you go. Every time I need something, it's coming out of your hand. What you doing back there, man? Come on up here. That's what we're going to get. Instead.
And I agree wholeheartedly, Strong. I think according to the brainwash, it comes from, let's just say, and I'm not saying all the elders, because all the elders ain't on that, but you got some that won't let it go. If you got this dude popping up something and it looks like a negative image, and you got a brother that's an elder that helped create the paveway of us, but supposed to be on this kind of movement to make sure our pavement is smooth according to how we grow in our development, you can't go up there and like it. You can't go up there and approve it. You can't go up there and love it and sit there and try to tell your brothers to do right in society. You are the problem too, when the other situation or the other generation is trying to remove that image or the mistake that y'all made. Y'all couldn't have made too bad of a mistake, because y'all uplifted the situation according to what, let's just say, our black and white or things like that lead us into a better life. But y'all still on there approving and appeasing the stuff, making us look like our efforts is worth it. It's not. You're worthless.
See, that's the.
Oh, you need to just get out the way. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I just say what I see, brother.
Yeah,
and the competition comes from within themselves, because they don't want to let an image go.
That's the daylight night scenario. You're never going to get rid of one or the other. You learn to be as powerful as you can be in your season. So if you smashing the light and you pushing the light, you push the light so hard to where that which is in darkness feel you. Like it's not even a how you call it, a direct attack, because of the lack of knowledge and thought process. You know, whereas we see it and we're like, bro, this is counterproductive in what you're doing. You come on here every day and you supporting the very negativity that we're trying to quash out. So in his mind state, because now this is just flip the coin on the other side. In his mind state, I'm earning the trust of these young brothers and sucking them into me to where they look to me for guidance. And then I'm going to hit them with the flip. Hey, look, bro, why don't we try this? Why don't we get on this for a minute and see what they talking about? So a manipulation tactic that only works by limiting the amount of people involved in what you're doing. I've seen brothers do it and I disagree with them until they pull me to the side and be like, hey, there's a method to the madness. Let me do me and it's going to work out in the end. And it's like, okay,
thing about the method to the madness, because I use that, you know, I crack a joke in a heartbeat and get 1,000 people to make a like, and then I'll flip it on them. That's my method. They're not using that.
Yeah.
See what I mean? They're not using that method to that madness. They're using that method to actually benefit off of them, some security, this, that, and other. I can go around all the guys and this, that, and other. You're not telling them to go to school. You're not telling them to change your ways. You're not advising these brothers to learn their laws and their policies according to the Constitution, the government, and things like that, according to what they can't do to us. You're not putting groups to help protect our neighborhood together and things like that. This is the part of the manipulation that you actually have to try your best to enforce, even if they're not listening. Put it in their head, it'll come through one day. Y'all old cats not doing it. If Shorty throw up GD, you throw up GD. Nigga, you 7. Sit down. You making the mission look bad.
We're gonna bring in some more guests in here, man. We got OG Capone coming in. We got Main C. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep this stuff. We're gonna keep this combo rolling.
OG Capone.
You know what I'm saying? Main C and OG Capone. Welcome to the show, fella.
Whoa, peace, brothers.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna jump in here. We were discussing a little bit of things that happened a while ago. What happened by the elders and the young folks?
Yeah.
So, I don't even know how to even start that convo. Strong, help me out, man.
I'm looking at it in the sense of what we have a tendency to do is overgeneralize. We put everybody into one category, and the most effective way to get a letter to somebody is to write their name on the envelope. You know what I'm saying? So when we come and we speak in general, like the old heads doing that, the big one starter, hell, we ain't doing this. You got old heads that ain't doing it that's gonna fight because they standing on it. They doing what they need to do to try to progress the movement, re-educate, stuff like that. Then you got the old heads that say, hey, you full of shit. You know, we doing what we doing. We standing on y'all soft as here. Y'all doing this old positive, friendly stuff. Blah, 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 blah. That's gonna forever be. Everybody is never going to agree. It's never going to happen to where everybody's on the same page. What we got to learn how to do is weed out the riffraff. Stop including them in everything. Literally turn our backs on them. They not a part of what's going on. If they chaos and confusion and you steady at war with them trying to change their mind, why are you trying so hard with the people that don't care? When you got so many people out here that's hungry, that's thirsty, that's asking, that want to participate.
Right.
You got old heads that's out here every day that's trying to teach the right thing. Just like you got youngsters out here that don't like all that young nigga stuff, all that we on this and we on that, because they all ain't on that. Some of the youngsters out here doing the same thing we doing.
Yeah.
So they don't like being overgeneralized either.
True.
So
we got 5 Day coming up too, so you know what I'm saying.
That's the unity part of it, is that people don't seem to get. Yeah. You'd be happy if we was at war with each other at each other's throat, but the moment we talking about doing something together and it's love and it's family and unity and community and all of this, oh man, you'd be surprised where the rock's coming from.
Don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. Man, see 5 Day. Let's talk.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. Man, you know, waiting on it to get here. I don't want to rush it though. I'm old enough, so I don't want to rush it. But waiting on it to get here. But now you know, the celebration itself, 5 Day. You know, being the 5th month, 5th day is kind of where it come from. Something that we basically made up. You know. Celebrate self, same as like 7-4 Day. But now what we're trying to do over the last few years actually is make that a united front for Black people, so we can be able to come together with all our people from all walks of life, and coming from different umbrellas or whatever, whatever you may refer to it as. But on this day, we're coming with the understanding the love and unity and the power of us, meaning us, the people, has to be shown. Us, the folks, has to be shown. We understand that. So that's kind of overall view of what it is. Also, it's a time to give the people something to do other than work. It looks like work. For some of us, it will still be work, but for the most part, it's going to be an environment where the people can be on. That's a mini vacation, so to speak. The people will be able to do exactly what they would do with if they were to get on a cruise ship and go somewhere. Except this time they're gonna do it with their family and friends. So that's kind of the aim with that this year.
Okay. Sound like we're gonna be down there supporting you. You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. Doing the podcast show down there live with at the 5 Day. We got some of the artists in the backstage. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring them out too. We want to get some insight on that. I know they part of the camp. You bring it to the 5 Day. So we're gonna be on the beat. Gonna be a lot of sun. I ain't even gonna say all the rest of the stuff that's gonna be because we in the public.
That part. Yes, sir. That part. Yes, sir. Everything that I can not even just let me rephrase from using that. Everything that us, the people, can think of to bring, we've done it. So that we hope we give people something to reflect on for the rest of life. Being honest, hopefully we could give, and some of the various organizations that I've spoken with, grassroots organizations within the Black community, religious organizations, will all be in attendance. So like when I say from every walk of life, we will real life have Black people from every walk of life there that day.
Indeed. We definitely gonna come down there. We're gonna show up, show out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna get y'all.
I already understand it, brother. Gratitude. Yes, sir. Gratitude. Yeah.
Because we want to see this happen. It's been a long time coming for a lot of these events, and a lot of these organizations are doing the same things as you.
Absolutely.
We commend you on that for doing that because we need more brothers doing stuff like this, more demonstrations.
Absolutely.
We talked about this a while ago because I don't know if it was somebody that came on the show and it was talking about we just doing a bunch of talk. I think I remember who that was, but that brother, God bless him and what he doing on his endeavors and stuff like that. But we demonstrate, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And there's demonstration going on all over the place. So I know KD demonstrating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? With all that being said, we having a conversation about the elders and the youth. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like I said, it's gonna be all walks of life out there with us out there when we at that event. So what can we bring to that event to talk to these elders and the youth out there?
You asking me, brother?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. This
okay.
We want to know what we can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? What's our
right? It's two things, brother. That word event, man. That thing touches me because that's just a one day. We aiming for a lifetime, so we ain't gonna even use the event. This is an experience. It's an experience. But brother, being honest, the most important thing, we always look to see what can we bring, and the most important thing to bring is self. You see what I'm saying? It's the most important thing to bring, and the reason being is this: if you bring something from a financial standpoint, that's only gonna go so far. You know what I'm saying? If you send some type of good or something, it's only gonna go so far. But if you bring self, how old you are? Just say you are 50. Brother, you just brought 50 years of experience that you're able to give to the people in real time. That's invaluable. We can't measure that. You see what I'm saying? So the best thing to bring is self. Everything else, we'll figure it out, brother. If we serving noodles, we're gonna eat noodles together there. No issue. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna eat noodles together there. No issue. So the best thing to bring is self, brother.
Indeed. I just had to ask because you know what I'm saying? I can bring these.
Hey, we accept though. We accept. It's one of them things, brother. When we're putting stuff like this together for the people, bro, I don't think, bro. If you showed up, if you showed up with a bucket of sand, even though we at the beach and it's plenty, I don't think nobody's gonna say, "Nah, brother, don't add that sand to the sand out here." You see what I'm saying? No problem, brother. Come on with your sand. Yeah, man. Hey, brother, we got to get to the real. We got to get to the real thing, bro. And again, the most valuable resource is us. Has always been us. Will continue to be us. Get us there, because a lot of these situations we look at, us ain't in the room, brother. We're not there when we're talking about building black power. Two things need to happen. One, understand what that is, and two, formulate a plan to get there. We can't just say it. That ain't gonna. I mean, I can get on this app, social media, whatever app, and holler black power every day of life. But if I put no work towards getting us to that, what have I done? Made a mockery of us is all I've done. That's it. Get self on the scene and apply self. That's it. That's what it's gonna take. Even with the conversation you guys was having earlier, I got my own thoughts on that. You know, with this old guy to the young niggas movement. And hey, brother, my thought on that is this. We continue to apply a failed mechanism. That failed mechanism is the kumbaya experience. Everybody wasn't meant to go. Stop trying to take everybody. Stop doing it. There is no way in the world you could continue to try to bring along a player on a team. Let's just go to sports. We all watch sports. I'm on the team. I ain't taking no shots. I ain't getting no rebounds. I ain't in the huddle at timeout. I'm doing nothing to add to the overall success of the team. I'm not gonna be here long, brother. Not gonna be here long.
Trade time.
Not gonna be here long. You see what I'm saying? We have to take that approach in the movement. We have to take that approach in the movement. You bring nothing of significance to the table. Why are we fighting ourselves to have you? Why?
That's it.
And that's the thing I was trying to explain to brother brother Strong too, as far as that you don't have to get in them people business. You don't have to try to take everybody with you. Just like he said, some people see you and they got your mind frame and they attach. And then when people do attach, here comes some old outside situation in the whole thing, and you like, hold on, what just happened that fast? Okay, I'm on it, but I ain't on it what you want me to be on. You see what I'm saying? You have to actually defend your stuff, man, because if you let it fester, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna go through the same thing everybody else going through. There's a negative dude that don't want nothing, that got all the popularity in the world and misleading everybody. You ain't trying to take that brother with you. You ain't trying to take them with you. You ain't said nothing to him. And then you got this positive brother that's making a move and actually showing people what it is that we supposed to be doing. That negative dude, in turn, shoots them out. Go get him.
Absolutely.
Because he's doing too much. He doing too much. We gonna Malcolm X him. I ain't your sacrifice. I'm your violator with this.
Absolutely.
And the educational that I can bring with my experience that I tried to bring to the table. I didn't say it was accepted at the table. It was introduced to everybody's table. And guess what happened? A lot of people like it, except y'all.
Right.
Including Dandy. This ain't no competition. What are you doing?
Right.
That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, brother,
that's all I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna definitely defend my honor.
Absolutely, brother. You could go to the Ford dealership, right? You could walk into a Ford or any name. You could walk into the dealership, and they make cars and trucks there, but you won't see them both coming down the same conveyor belt. I guarantee you, the trucks are over there where the trucks need to be, and the cars over here where the cars need to be. You see what I'm saying? That's just understanding personnel. You got to understand your people. Like when you go to a job, anywhere in life, brother. You can take your job, church, a relationship. We are going to identify what we have and know what best to do with it. You got to do that with people around too, man, because everybody ain't meant to be on at the same table anyway. It's just not made that way. It's not made that way. And when we do that, we're making a mistake. We're really making a mistake.
They painted the picture in the Last Supper.
Yeah.
A lot of that go over people's heads right there. If you look at the Last Supper, all the people that were sitting at the table, everybody eating, everybody having a good time drinking, but it's always that one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Out the whole bunch.
Hey, but you know the one thing about that picture, what it said too is,
what's that?
The man that was holding the dinner, he knew who the snake was, and he allowed him to be there so he could send him off to do his bidding.
Yeah. Everybody got a position to play.
We ain't gonna never get rid of the snake. The key is knowing who they is and boxing them in.
True. Indeed.
Well, they all have a purpose, brother. The snake eats the rat. Everybody has a purpose in life. Yeah, everyone has a purpose.
That's my go at it. Is I need to know who you are, where you are, what your plans are. The moment I get you out my eyesight, I don't know what you got going on, and you become a threat. I don't need you behind me. I need you right there at the table with me. He made a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Fact.
See, I feel like I'm gonna be good because I know who I walk with. That's why I fear no evil. And as long as I feel like my brothers are standing with me, when two or more come together, they're capable of anything. I believe those things. I don't ask everybody to think like me, which is why I respect everybody's viewpoint, because if I know how you think, I know how you move. That's just my say on it, you know.
OG Capone, you ain't saying nothing. Come on, go and chime in and here.
Oh man, yeah, I can say everything. Nothing there for me to say. I just want to know, speak on the 5-5 that there's gonna be something that I'm looking forward to again.
Beautiful.
I want everyone they're gonna participate, and I want to come to come out of love. Don't come there out of no hatred or nothing like that. They come out of love. They come and have a good time and enjoy, yourself, and don't be coming there all stuck up and if you don't want to be there, don't come. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it's gonna be all different walks of life up in there. I'm gonna be there, definitely gonna be there. And I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Acting no damn fool, man. There's gonna be too many grown folk down there. It ain't gonna mind you up out of there.
Yeah, that part. That part.
They got a place for you, so do. Either in that water, and they say it's one or the other.
Take your pick. Take your pick. Yeah. And the craziest part, you closer to the water, so.
I think
it's here. It's here already. We gotta wait on it to get here. It's already here.
Hey, brother man.
Yes, sir.
Will y'all have like something like I always been thinking about this? Like even when we be doing these shows or these podcasts and stuff like that, it'd be a lot of people that can't attend certain things that they do actually want to attend. Will there be like a screen up there where people can tap in and say their things or introduce themselves, their businesses, their companies, things like that? Because it's a global uniform. You know what I mean? So I was just wondering if that kind of platform would be available for people to tap in, check in, see what's going on, things like that. Because a lot of people need some help in their own communities on how to do things like this.
Right, absolutely. I haven't put much thought into that, so that's a great point you put up. It did cross my mind. What could we do about that? But I'll be lying if I say I put any thought into it because I haven't. But since you mentioned it, what I will do is get with a few of these people that are a little bit smarter than me and see what they think. Yeah.
I feel it. We feel it.
I just thought that would be something excellent, man. Like my brother Mo Swag in Minnesota. You know what I mean? He in a wheelchair. He can find, but he's definitely standing on what he needs to stand on for his health and his
absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And any effort that he want to do, I'm gonna demonstrate with him. That's he got some good going on, and a lot of people that's been going through what they've been going through as far as in the medical field, plastic gloves and things like that, especially paraplegic people, people in wheelchairs and stuff like that. The plastic is actually the infection. You know what I mean?
Right.
These people know these things, the band-aids ripping off wounds and things like that, the gauze, they sticking them without putting ointments on them or something to cover it and things like that. They're keeping us sick. They're keeping us unhealthy. They keep these bacterial infections in our body. And I think that brother will have a lot to say according to the health benefit demonstration on how we can protect ourselves. Because he's taking them through lawsuit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's
Well,
paralyzed for
right.
13 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to find a way to make that brother be in attendance. You know, we are in the digital age, so it's possible. But again, there are brothers and sisters around that just a little bit smarter than me, brother. So I'm gonna have to speak with them about that because if you waiting on Main C, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
No
Yeah, it ain't gonna
doubt.
happen.
Something to put out there, man. We might want
Absolutely.
just things like that too. It helps a lot of people out that don't know what's really going on and shows what we're about in character, not just what we need to do. Our character amount to a whole lot. Our image amount to a whole lot.
Absolutely.
It's just a button we've been thinking about for a while.
Okay. Well, we'll like I said, I'm a definitely. I mean, some of them guys may be on this line already, brother, that we need to speak with about that. They may be a little bit more inclined than me though. So yeah, if it's something that y'all know for sure that we can put in motion, yeah, I'm on board and figuring out what we need to do to get it put together. Now, what I will have, you know how they have the cinema screens that you can have. I have a Blub cinema screen. It's 22 feet tall. I have a 22 feet tall cinema screen that I'm going to bring with me because I want to do something with it with the kids actually. And what that is you know, I'm gonna have the PS5 and all that out there for the kids to play, but they're gonna be able to play it on the 22 feet tall screen out there. So we'll have that on location. I have my projector because it's a projector screen. I have the projector itself and a PS5 out there for them kids to play video games. It's a lot going on. So maybe we can find a way to connect that through that.
Good family affair.
Outside and video games.
Yeah. I'm bringing the PS5 for them to be able to play video games on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I know we got a few of the artists back in here in the background. We're gonna bring some of them in and let them, you know, introduce themselves onto the show. We got Sugar, Summer Days. How y'all doing, ladies? Welcome to the show.
We good.
Sir Lloyd Boss in the building. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Peace and love, brother.
Ladies in the building, gentlemen. We got the ladies in the building. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we have the ladies in the building, you know, we get down. We got Lady Red in the building in the back. So she, you know what I'm saying? She, you know, shouts out to Lady Red, you know what I'm saying, working the boards for us, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate all your thing. We love you. What our idea.
Absolutely. Shout out to the sister Lady Red. Absolutely.
Lady Red.
Yes, so let's get to know these artists and the 5-5 day and what these ladies finna bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear what y'all got going on.
I don't think them no artists. They don't look like artists to me, brother.
I'm not an artist, but I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
And I go and I do a lot of stuff throughout everywhere.
Okay, I had a little misinformation. My apologies.
Yeah.
We always have some kind of. I'm always doing something, messing up somebody's name. I was sitting there watching the old show with Unc Jones, and I called him Selwyn. But anyway, how y'all doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We continue the conversation that we was having about the elders and the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? We want to get the woman's perspective about it. So let's have it. Let's talk about it.
Well, I go first.
Okay.
Well, number one, like, if you super old, right? How could you connect to the youth, right? So you have to be, when you get to a certain age, you have to get out the way for the people. You gotta think beyond yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you want to stay in a position for so long, that's hindering the people. That's holding us back from growth. But with that being said, like, you're not gonna let a man lead you into a ditch either. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't matter whether they're young or they're old. It's just about them connecting and want to see the greater good for everybody. Because that's the only way things are going to move, or they're going to stay stagnant. Because you're going to have the group that's going to honor the old people, right? Then you're going to have the group that's young that ain't playing with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? And they feel like that the other people are old. So the ones that's on the phone, the people like us, we have to be the intercessors. We have to be the people that be the middleman to what's going on in our communities, in our organizations, in all of it. See, people think that somebody else's problem is just a problem. No, your problem is my problem. And people don't see that. If somebody do you wrong, that means they got the option to do me wrong. But they don't see that. So you have to just deal with stuff as it come up. But the old people, when they get too old, need to move out the way because you have an old way of thinking. And it's a new regime. There's new people coming in. But you got to make sure that they for the right cause too. Because nobody should be a follower. Everybody should be taught as a leader, even though they may never be a leader. So that's just how I feel. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good. You good. We like to love when you tap in like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. That's what this show about. We like to tap in and get to the real solution, get to the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Find a solution with anything that we got going on, you know what I'm saying? Because it's vital that we don't stick together. They don't see a representation. Now, every show is a representation of people can get together, like-minded individuals, get on the same page and come up with a common goal, even if it ain't just for that specific thing. You know what I'm saying? Something get accomplished either way. When we do these, when we have these, I call them communions. I don't call them shows. I call them communions because we come together and we commune together. We think together, process together. And that's the way it should be at all times. But, you know, like I say, it's always the ones that they don't want to follow the timeline that everybody said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. From the other, Miss Summer, go ahead and speak your piece.
Peace and love, everybody. Glad it's an honor to be on, especially with all these brothers from different walks of life. It's a blessing for us to be able to come together, you know what I'm saying, different organizations for the same common goals. So I love to see it, first and foremost. As far as the topic with the elders and the youth, I really feel like it really not in an ugly way, but I really feel like it should be a topic to where it's an issue because it goes hand in hand. We need each other. We need our elders to pass down their wisdom and knowledge. When you first came into each organization that each of you are affiliated in, at some point, an elder, an elite, a minister, somebody had to pass down some knowledge and wisdom, you know, for you to receive. You know what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. And then you as the individual, you apply it to self, to your people, to your communities, you know what I'm saying, for the advancement of self and for your people. So I feel like it goes hand in hand. We need our elders. We need that knowledge. We need wisdom. And then we as the youth, the middle age, whatever age range we want to classify ourselves, that's when we take it upon ourselves to use that information. Go out and instill that. We're taught as rulers to go out. It starts with self. But we also want to be the vanguards for our people, for our families, for our communities. We take pride in that. And like I said, I feel like it still starts with the elders, though. When I first came into this nation, I got the information, I got the knowledge, got the literature from elders, from people that were already wise in those teachings, had already things out here in this world, have already put in the work, already been demonstrating. And I took it upon myself to take it a step further, not only apply it to self, but actually get out here on the business, you know. And I'm glad that we have the Big We brothers and the GDs because we've actually joined forces, you know, and that's the benefit of, like I said, this knowledge and wisdom from the elders because we know better. You know better, you do better, cliche. So now that we have this information, we've applied that, formed a bond, all this great nation. You spread this love and peace all across these four corners of the earth. But it took, like I said, our elders to instill this information for us to apply it to self and then take it and carry out, you know, through all these four corners of the earth. So I will say it shouldn't even be an issue because we should be able to work together, you know what I'm saying, for the betterment of each other. That's just how it should be in my eyes. Now, what you do with the information, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But I can, it's powerful when we come together as a people, no matter what walk of life you're from, no matter what organization you're from. If you come together for the upliftment of our people, I want to stand next to you. You know what I'm saying? You coming together trying to demonstrate with some righteous demonstrations for our people. I want to stand next to you. I don't care what organization you from, you know, and speaking of that, like I said, shout out to the big wigs, shout out to the GDs. We've all come together to do the clothes pantry here in Tupelo, Mississippi. It has been an amazing turnout and an amazing resource for our people once again. And it started with each of you, you know, so gratitude for your efforts, whether it be sharing a flyer, whether it be sending donations of clothing. Y'all, we've helped so many families just within a matter of a few months. So I'm telling you, like-mindedness, it goes a long way. There's power, there's strength in numbers. I just got through saying that with our location today. It's strength in numbers, it's strength in like-mindedness. So let's just come together, old and young. I hate to even put an age on anything, old and young. Let's come together, work together for the common good and betterment of our people.
Indeed.
She sound like strong over here.
I'm trying to tell you, preaching.
Hey, look.
Let's speak on the 5-5 day, ladies. How y'all feel about that? We talk about that. I'm gonna get Sir. I'm gonna get you next, Sir Lord. I'm gonna get you next.
Oh, it's going down. It's my birthday weekend.
Okay, then. Okay.
What you mean? It's lamb chops. We got steaks. We got chicken. I'm making Benihana's. Like, it's going down.
Absolutely.
It's going down.
Absolutely.
You gonna come to have a good time. Like, don't have your mind on nothing else but a good time. Because that's all you gonna have. Which, hey, Capone, he done been to like a lot of our events. And that's why I love him and I always give him honor because he always show up. I mean, we have done many community events and he show up, he speak, he accept the love that we give, you know? So that's most definitely an honor to even have people like y'all because we have to realize it's greater than us. Our youth have to deal with what's going on now. And y'all see what's going on with Texas, just not to get off the subject, with Texas with that little boy and 2 other little boys that was messing with him and he ended up killing one. Now these people going crazy about that. So we have to get ourselves prepared.
Right.
We have to think beyond, you know, and I know on both sides, all sides, a lot of people done lost a lot of people. But are we going to continue to lose people? We ain't going to have nobody to battle with us. Right?
Right.
Because we just worried about each other. We have to think beyond that. It's always beyond self. But the first thing to be beyond self is to work on self. So, but yeah, I'm out. Y'all, so let me come on.
Hey, part self, I'm gonna say now, 5-5 day. Listen, if you ever hear anything hosted by Deck 55 by way of CBLN, just know it don't get no better. Okay, we gonna make sure it's top tier everything. So I want y'all to stamp that, baby, by way of CBLN Deck 55. If we hosting it, it's gonna be up there. So y'all gonna have a time, plenty of food, plenty of love, plenty of good fellowship. I'm telling you, our palms, they are extended. Nothing but peace and love our way. Y'all come on, let's fellowship, have a good time. Bring your babies, okay? Everybody gonna be sick. We're gonna have so much security, baby. Don't worry about your children. Let them relax in the room. Come on, walk out to the beach, have you a good time. We just want everybody to have a overall beautiful moment of fellowship. The children, the adults, everybody's gonna be protected. Y'all come on, bring the babies. Bring the babies, okay? Don't leave them at home. Bring them too, because we're gonna make it to where everybody can have a good time.
Indeed. So Bo, you sitting in the cut over there. We ain't said a word. We gonna get you to chime in on how you doing, sir. Welcome to the show.
Peace and love, brother.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Let's speak on this 5-5 day. I know you know what I'm saying. You anxious too.
Oh, very anxious. Well, you know, like the brother said, it's an experience because it's a whole weekend. We'll have plenty of fun at the club. Whoever's in VIP will have, you know, refreshments in the VIP area. That Saturday morning, we have a time on there, but in actuality, people can start coming out whenever they get ready to, because I know 73 and myself will be out there about 7 o'clock in the morning with, you know, getting the grills crunk up and, you know, with some of the brothers and sisters getting the area prepared for the event to take hand. And you know, it's just gonna be a lot of love, family. You know, this day and age, they need to see more of the Vice Lord and you know what I'm saying, the growth and development coming together and unifying, especially in the public eyesight. We definitely need that on the forefront because of our past, the ignorance of the misleading on both sides, and you know, things from up north trickle down south, and it went haywire. So you know, we have a deep-rooted hatred for both sides in the community, from our politicians down to the citizens in the community. As the brother OG Capone heard my mother speak at an engagement we had, you know, she hated me being a vice lord because of what was vice lord. Now that she sees what vice lord is now to this day, you know, she's an advocate of it, and in a big way at times. So, you know, the people need to see more and more of that, and you know, putting emphasis on security. You know, that's just thing both sides they have instilled. You all have that instilled in yourselves, and we have it instilled installed in ourselves. So that will be, you know, there. But I'm a firm believer when you're unifying. I mean, it's really no need for those type of things. But you know, those measures have to be put in place anyway. But I believe, like you all said, grown men, grown women, everybody out having a good time, and most of men, if you out there trying to fight, then I definitely am concerned.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, ain't nobody gonna come out
you
there
on the
with
beach trying to fight.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the
With the
wrong time to come
volleyball,
out there with anything ignorant, bro. 'Cause I'm telling
Hey,
you,
I'm real concerned about your, you know,
it's gonna be too
mental
many,
space. You know, yeah,
too
brother.
many,
Yeah.
too many.
We can't wait to see y'all
that's
though. We can't wait to see y'all.
yes, yeah, that's one of them things. For it to security, it's just a natural thing. And a lot of times, you know, in the world, people would think you wouldn't need it, but look beyond self, because now the security ain't even for us. It's for outside influences. You have some of our elders at church. We seen it. They in there giving praise to their God. European coming there, murder everybody. You see what I'm saying? They at the grocery store in New York, simply making groceries. You couldn't have told me those people thought that would be their last time going to make groceries for their family, lose their life. You see what I'm saying? We have an obligation. We have an obligation to protect our people. You know, trying to put as many black people as you can together in one space or room or whatever you may be. That's one part. The next thing is you got an obligation to make sure those people are protected. So that's everybody's responsibility. There will be obviously security measures in play, but that's everybody's responsibility, because now us going home is the biggest part of all of this. None of this matters if the people that is putting it in play isn't going home. Us bringing black people together doesn't matter if those same black people isn't going home. And when I say that, people will go to their scream and think the worst. Oh, somebody died. No, I'm somebody. I don't want to see no brother go to jail. You see what I'm saying? Right. Security goes beyond worrying about whether somebody died or not. Security goes to making sure nothing egregious take place with our people. You see a brother or sister that had too much, because we're gonna have some bottles out there. These things will be available. Please don't let your brothers or your sisters lead there under the influence driving. That comes with security. That's all.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
I want to say something. I want to say something for y'all. I was speaking on this elder and young. I forgot all about that. I have something to say about that right there. You know, I think, you know, I look at it. I was on the subject the other day about 30, 40 people, and I think that it's a manipulation game. I said everybody on here is manipulation. If you can get somebody to listen to you, you are manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad. Parents, I don't care what you are. Parents, teachers, all of us are manipulated because we got, you know, people are listening to us, right? Listen to them. So, like I say, But you got the good one and you got the bad one. You got bad ones, you know, you got the good ones, right? You got more bad than you got good. You know what I'm saying? And majority of the time, especially in these organizations, right? You got, how can I put it? You got, it's more bad manipulation outweigh the good in all the organizations. You see what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, majority of all the guys that part of have been to prison, right? Ain't too many people that's been living in the streets really holding certain titles in the organization. You know what I'm saying? So majority of guys that hold the position come from prison. And that's where the manipulation game come in at. Because they feel like just because you've been on the street, you haven't learned enough to be in the position. You feel what I'm saying? I done heard this before at many times. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't been in jail, you don't know nothing. You can't, you know, but the manipulation game, it's a strong thing. You know what I'm saying? It's got us in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? And you even on TV, got all Facebook. It's manipulation. Got all this stuff is manipulation. Us on this panel. You know what I'm saying? You are manipulation too, but we doing it in a good way, right? But now you can put 8-10 people on here. They can say some bad. You know what I'm saying? And in the flip card, you know, everybody gonna listen to somebody. So how is when it comes down to the elders? Now I'm gonna get back to the elders.
He preaching now.
I respect the elders for what they did in the past. Majority of them did. Some that get messed around, whatever might happen in the past. You know, that's the past. But the problem is with the past is that the younger guys trying to recreate the past. You see what I'm saying? You can't recreate the past, bro. You know, you can't go in ask an elder that 80 years old, hey, what you think we need to do with free? Man, this 2025. They don't know nothing about they know something about 6, 7, 8. Now you tell them, hey, if you speak to more majority of the elders, they're gonna tell you stuff happening in the 60s, 70s, or 80 or below. You feel what I'm saying? They can't even grasp what's going on right now themselves. So it's kind of hard, you know, as a respect level for the even ask them opinion because they don't really know. So it takes us that's on the panel now to get through to the youth. You know what I'm saying? And to get through to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's always the ones that I don't worry about the bad guys, the bad manipulation. I just do what I need to do. But we have to show strength. We have to start speaking out. You know, a lot of people don't want to speak out. You know, you go as 100 of us in one group, and we know this one guy that's speaking is wrong, but don't nobody say nothing. But when it's over, first time they say, "Oh man, you know he want to tell the truth." Oh, okay, then right. You know what I'm saying? It's always, you know, that voice. We be missing that voice, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just need to let folks know when they wrong and when they right, and that person got to be able to accept when you right or wrong.
Yes.
That's, you know, I ain't gonna take the whole show, but you know, that's how I feel on it.
Brother Strong wanted to jump in there. OG,
go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely want to follow behind that, brother.
Yeah, everybody in motion. We gonna go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna touch on a couple things, and one, I feel like we forget about, like the sister was saying, the wisdom and the understanding of the elders. Now, I'm not gonna turn to an elder and expect him to be out here gladiating like a youngster. Yeah, you in the way. I got to be trying to protect you and carry you. You shouldn't be there in the first place. I get that much of it. But as far as discounting them and telling them they are of no more value, they need to get out the way, they need to this, first and foremost, that's disrespectful as all outside, in my opinion. No disrespect to anybody on their thought process, but it's disrespectful to tell the gatekeepers and the one that paved the way and the ones that took the ass whoopings and the dog attacks and the poison and the lynching and all of that, that they no longer have a right to speak about what's going on. That's a bit pushing it for me. And what they have to offer is invaluable, because though we have the knowledge, though the youngsters have the knowledge, they don't have the experience. So you have guides to walk you through that. If we the middle group, then we should still be learning from those that came before us, putting it into play and passing that message on to those that's coming after us. And you create a chain and you benefit from the synergy of that. The problem we suffer with as a people now is the middle group is still trying to relive their youth, while the elders are being told that they don't matter anymore. So now the youngsters are trying to figure it out by themselves. So by us doing exactly what it is we're doing, like Capone said, the word manipulation has two meanings, either controlling or influencing. A lot of people try to control. That manipulation is what I feel he was referring to when he said the bad or the negative. The influencing, we have a ability to show them what is possible with the power of unity, with us coming together, with exposing the falsehood, standing up for what's right, refusing to live on our knees. We have the ability to do something special by doing that. Not only allowing our speech, but our behavior to show that we believe in the things that we're saying.
Absolutely.
You know, and jumping on the comment that the sister made, she said that everybody's the followers and everybody needs to be a leader. In order to be a good leader, you have to be a great follower.
Yeah.
Of the principles and things that you stand on. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that's required to be a leader is somebody following you. See, we can decide in our mind what we want to be and whatever, but if nobody ever sees that as something attracting that can help them get to where they're trying to go, we will never be a leader. And that's the problem we also have, is a lot of people try to strong arm their leadership on you. You got to follow me. You got to stand with me. Choose a side. But for those that realize that, hey, what any of y'all are doing don't entice me. It doesn't tell me that you can take me where I want to go. So I'm not biting. I'm not going. This right here, what we doing, they want to come here. They want to be a part of these things. They want to not have to worry about fighting their brothers that they grew up with, went through school with, all this other foolishness. It's 10 people on the block, all of them talking that rah-rah shit, 8 of them scared to death. That's just real.
They gonna tell you to run.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to, like, the intervention. Where you going? No, you can't go. If we outside, they can't be outside. We didn't let the little youngsters hang around us. Gone home. It's curfew time because we out here. We ain't got to be out here on foolishness, but we need to be out here securing our blocks, securing our communities. Our kids are getting kidnapped. Our women are coming up missing. I don't know if y'all see all the missing posters that's starting to get real deep out of these communities, out these black communities. But there's a lot of so-called minorities coming up missing. Nobody needs to go anywhere by themselves. You need to be, I ain't saying put the tracker stuff, I don't trust all that, but you need to have your little cousin with you, somebody with you. Y'all need to have a plan. Don't take nothing for granted. It's like we need to start doing these things. Our ladies, help our young girls become young women. Our men, help our young boys become young men. If we stop glorifying some of these things, they'll stop idolizing them.
Sure.
You know, we began to look for comfort in places we should be trying to exit. You You know, this power of unity is something special, and what y'all doing, the 5-5 day and all of that, everybody being able to come together, these podcasts, the movement they see us doing together, supporting one another publicly, it says more than a pin light of light destroys darkness. So just that much is planting seeds, and if we keep doing what we're doing, we nourish it, and our youth will reap the harvest. They'll reap the benefits of the harvest. Man, but that's all I got on that, though.
You good, strong. You good, strong. We're gonna get everybody a decent heap.
No, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick question. First and foremost, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the sister Sean is the youngest person on this demonstration we're having right now on this podcast. With that being said, the rest of us are middle age and pushing to be elders already anyway. Ask yourself, when you become an elder, will you not be valuable to your people?
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Ask yourself, when you become an elder, will you not be valuable to your people? If the answer to that is yes, I will still be an asset, then what do the next generation look like saying you need to get your old ass out the way? So I never agree with that. Because I'm someday going to be an elder. And as long as Allah still has breath in me, I will be of value to my people. So it's two different things we're dealing with when we're talking about the elders. One, we're talking about a stagnant elder. Well, stagnation has no age on it. I don't care if you're a newborn baby or an old nigga, in between, don't matter. If you bring nothing or fruitation to the demonstration, your ass need to be out the way anyway, regardless of that. All right. Imagine a bridge. You're crossing it. And the first part of the bridge that was built is telling the ass end of it that was built last to remove itself. That don't make sense. The bridge cannot be together for us to cross into anything without the front and the back. So our elders and our youth is both needed. To understand these phenomena that we're talking about, you got to get outside of the organizations. You got to go into the black community, because it's not even an organizational problem. This is the black community problem. You can look at the household and look at the value of what we used to call the great, our grandma, what she was. Man, we ain't got that shit no more. That don't exist in no black family no more. Man, shout out to the black family that's together right now. Because when grandma and them got out the way, which will be your elder, look at what happened to the black family. Man, you ain't never seen as many people that say we love each other and we family at odds the way we see today. True. But that's one household. Take it a step further. Let's get it to the community. Y'all on the phone, when y'all looking at Main C, y'all are talking to a brother that my neighbors were allowed to whoop my ass, y'all. I got whoopings from my neighbors, y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I was bad as hell. There's nobody from Southgate in Indianola, Mississippi that probably hasn't whooped me that's older than me. They all whooped me, man. You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, you can't even correct the child. Your child got friends over. They playing. The child do something crazy. You can't even really correct them verbally because they might tell their parent and y'all outside arguing. Man, the black people got to stop that, man. We got to get back to the old African proverb of it taking the village to raise the child. Because if not, then the child will burn the village down. These children are burning the village down because us elders isn't allowing the village to raise them, y'all. We could get past the village don't want to raise them. We're not allowing the village to raise them. If your kid over here playing with my kid and do something dumb, I'm going to straighten their ass. I'm telling you now. So if you got a problem when they come tell on me, so be it. Because now what you need to do is keep his ass over there. If I can't give your child correction, why is he over here? We got to stop that. And I think that's the biggest problem. Even with this young nigga to this elder conversation, the biggest problem is that right there. Because right now, where the condition bad with the quote unquote young niggas is bad. But you have to look to the parent and blame them because they allowed their child to get this way to where your child feel like no one in the world can discipline them. Most of the people that we call young niggas, it look good on Facebook. We post a video. I guarantee you that nigga don't even respect his mama that you just posted. You see what I'm saying? He has lost respect for her along the way somewhere, which is why he act this way in public. Bro, if I don't care nothing about what my mama talking about, why do I let this nigga up the street say something to me? You see what I'm saying? We got a real problem on our hand, and it's serious, y'all. We have a real problem on our hand, and it goes beyond these organizations. That's why I say it is a black people problem. And the reason I know that, when I start dealing with these various organizations, I thought it was a Vice Lord problem to see all this mishap with niggas into it and stuff like. I'm one of the most hated guys in Vice Lord. I'm telling y'all that now. But there's a reason for that. You remember when brother was just talking about saying something wrong, doing something wrong? I'm one of the guys gonna say something to your ass in real time, right then and there. You're not supposed to like me if you're on bullshit. You're not supposed to like me because I'm gonna do something to correct that, and vice versa. When I myself fall weak in the flesh and do my wrong, brother, I expect you to correct me, brother. You not even my brother if you can't correct me. Don't say, oh, well, that's Main C. He can do what he. No, Main C can't do what he want to do. Main C is a part of the program. I ain't gonna never be bigger than it. That's all I want to add to that. Yeah, no, we can't do away with our elders. Can't do away with them. Got to keep them around. Now, what value they bring, that matters. That matters because you do got some stagnant elders that do need to be out the way. But again, the age doesn't even matter at that point. You stagnant. You stagnant. Yeah, I'm saying you go to the doctor, they say, hey, we found something that looks cancerous. Brother, they don't just not bring you back. We need to start removing this shit. We need to find out what it is. Is it invasive? There is a process once you identify a disease. And the process is to get it removed immediately. Because if not, it's going to kill the body. It's going to kill the body if you leave it there. I yield the flow.
I definitely agree wholeheartedly. I was going to get what the sister was saying too, as far as the elders, and I in a light way agree and don't. I got my wisdom and knowledge from an elder at a very, very young age in them Attaby Wells, and I'm gonna tell you something. They was on it. We might have been in a project, low income neighborhood, things of that nature, but the Attaby Wells conducted themselves like they were straight out the South. Okay, this was the 80s, so you have to understand the process of this elimination. We didn't sit the elders down. We went to the elders and asked for their advice on certain things. Now, you can't teach us good and then go out there and represent or show bad. Like he was saying, as far as the youth want to go recreate the past. Okay, I'm the middleman, like Strong was saying. You can't teach me as the middleman the good and go out there and appease the youth who want to create the past because they're honoring you. You're in the way. You're in the way. You're making my job hard because you got the juice. I don't want the juice. We want the change. So if everything you're teaching us supposed to be about the change, how are you going to come here, elder, and teach me bad, teach me good, and then go out there and represent bad to the same people that we're all trying to get in? It don't work like that. That at that time means you really do need to sit down. Now, according to that, if I'm an elder, knowing I'm going to be an elder one day, I'm going to teach good and sit down anyway. My job is to advise at this point. And if I can't advise nothing good and just can tell you, well, you should go on there and go out there and stone for stone it and woo out the bang, this, that, and the other, and throw your life away to protect the interests of your situation instead of investigating the situation and see what we could do about it to become a peaceful situation in its nature, according to us being who we are, then guess what? I don't want to talk to him. I want the latter. I don't want the front. Because we do have the right to choose what we want. We have the right to choose our leadership according to who he is. I don't care if you're the chairman of the board of elections. Guess what? If you ain't talking right, I'm going to talk to you like you ain't talking right. And I hope you don't step up because he wrong too. We have a verbal opinion about certain situations. And brother elder, if you in the way, we kindly ask you to go and sit down and get up out our way. But at the same time, if you are willing to be an advisor to our community and things like that, then please sit in that chair and help us organize these things because we're getting attacked no different than y'all did. The beatings, the lynchings, the beatings and things like that. It's happening right now in 2025. How did y'all overcome that? Well, we created an educational value that helped us unite each other and defend each other's situation. Boom, 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 boom. Show me how to do that too as I lead myself to that. I love it. They're not doing it. A lot of these elders are not doing it. Like he said, they're stagnant. They're not doing that. They're going out there, coming to the parties and throwing it up. It's finna get everybody hurt.
You know what the problem
is? It's almost like a setup now. Because a lot of these elders was set up back in the days by us and did a whole lot of time in that penitentiary system. And it looked like a setup all over again. What's happening? What's happening is y'all not giving the core value of your element, the elder, the middleman, or the youth. This is what's being broken the core value of our element, which is our first principle in life of why we was even created, love.
I gotta say something. I'm sorry, KD. It's
Go ahead.
a shirt. OG wear the shirt. Strong wear the shirt. You wear the shirt too. Ain't nobody throwing up no sign. It's just strong black brothers. You get where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and that picture right there, that's what it's about. It ain't about no sign. The sign never made nothing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Don't teach me good in private. Don't teach us good in private and go out there and throw it up. It's not helping. You know?
But hey,
you contradicting everything you're talking about. That sounds like a setup.
Yeah.
Sister, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Before you say this, I want to say this right here. You know, I never, even when I was coming up, even when I've been 10 at age 17, I never understood, you know, the hatred for the organization because we was all black. You know what I'm saying? I never hated no one. You know, then nobody in the South really hated nobody until Gangland came out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when Gangland came out in the early 80s, that changed the whole narrative for the community. Because they saw all the negative things. So when they seen, they were like, oh, we supposed to be like this now? And it never changed because then nobody, when the Gangland came out there, if elders or anybody had to step in right then and say, look here, what they showing y'all on TV right now, that is not us, that is not it. But it never happened. So they took it as a, okay, well, this what it is, there ain't nobody correcting it. True. You see what I'm saying? So
hey, can I add to that when you finish, brother? Go ahead, but let me add to that when you finish.
I do too. I want to add that too.
So when Gangland came in, it was like, hey, okay. So when I entered to the penitentiary, I was like, first guy I ran into was Capone. And Mendes Hill. He was like, man, no, I ran into Pharaoh first. They were like, man, we don't supposed to even coexist. That's a lie. Hey, they gonna kill you if you talk to me. I said, who gonna kill me? I said, man, we all brothers. What you talking about? No, man, it ain't like that. And I said, what? I like, you know, I ain't understand. You know, I said, show it to me in black. If you show it to me in some person paper, black and white, then I'll accept it. But ain't nobody gonna tell me who I can't deal with, can't talk to, or none of that. That ain't gonna never happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, I just added that into I believe that changed a whole lot of things when it came down to the organization too. But y'all go here though.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is this, brother. That is the misrepresentation by individual for personal gain that brought this about, and I can prove it to you. First and foremost, both of these organizations, all of the organizations for the most part, there's only two that I think don't have what I'm finna speak on. Every organization stressed the importance of education that I deal with. Okay. Part of that education is a literature pack that we all have. When we say spit your shit or you need to know something, we all know that. Show me one time where you read something told you to not like your brother because he may be on a different banner. Because I'm Vice Lord and I've never read it on our side. I've never read it not once. You see what I'm saying? So when we get to the educational part, nobody never taught us to do that when it comes to law. So whoever taught us to do this already had to be outside of law. Because the law of Vice Lord says for a better economical development for black people. Say, oh, it ain't said nothing about for the Vice Lords. I ain't read that part yet. You see what I'm saying? So it's for black people as a whole. It spoke to the empowerment of black people. Not only that, I'm gonna take it even further. During the 90s, 80s and 90s, a stretch when we know that these organizations was having turmoil. Right there in Stateville Prison, my chief, Minister Rico, and you guys, Chief Larry Hoover, they were cellmates. They was in a 2-man cell together for 18 years, y'all. Yep. How in the hell did we have one and both of them alive?
Right.
How? You see what I'm saying? How? It didn't exist, brother. It was Negroes using the nation. Hey, bro, listen. Name, it's two things we got as black people, African American, whatever you, bro, we are passionate and we are warriors. You can find the most cowardice nigga you know and do something wrong and get him down bad where he got to defend himself. He gonna kill you, man. We are passionate by nature. We are warriors by nature. People understood that and started to manipulate and use that against us. And that's how the organization was falling apart. Because all this warring and all this, we gonna ride and damn, the tops right there in a cell together. Most people don't even know what I just said, bro. Those guys was in a cell together. I ain't making that up. They was in a cell together. And I'm gonna tell you why. The prison system understand it. In order to keep peace in their system, them two guys had to be on the same page. You see what I'm saying? Best of friends. You see what I'm saying? You cannot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop a picture in here. The brother, Mr. Hoover's wife, was just with the minister like 2 weeks ago. They took a picture. I'm gonna drop it in the thread. They were just together. You see what I'm saying? These people have always been together. That's been somebody else. There has been somebody else pushing the move. Now, our chief came home 2012, November 2012. Minister Rico came home. He identified some of the problem while he was gone for 42 years and started to get it out the way. The same I know Mr. Hoover would do when he come home. Identify some of the problem, because some of the same people that's hollering his name, when that brother come home, they're going to be hollering something else. Trust me, because he going to tell him to get there. Hey, brother, you been doing X, Y, Z. What you doing? Now he the worst nigga on earth. You see what I'm saying? We dealt with it. Now he become the worst man on earth when he's simply standing on principle. Yeah.
Nah, I just made a post about that the other day on Facebook. Like, what y'all super, you know, no disrespect for the gangster image, but with all due respect to it all, I put a post up the other day with all you guys running around here saying Larry this, Larry that, and things of that nature, and he didn't let go of that gangster image. What happens if he come home and sit on his growth? According to how he elevated his mind frame and let that gangster image go. Y'all gonna do in the same way y'all doing everybody else that's promoting the growth? It ain't no two sides. It's a transition and you feel in the transition. So stay there. What you gonna do? You gonna do him the same way. He ain't no gangster no more. Huh. And power.
Yeah.
Come on. The literature took us to growth. What's your problem, gangster? I'm here to destroy the whole image, bro. I promise you I am.
What I feel like,
and they ain't gotta like me. I'm not trying to be liked. That's the problem.
You're not gonna be liked.
Trying to be liked.
You're not gonna be liked.
Destroy the whole image, bro. You know why I want to destroy the image? Because it ain't gave us nowhere. Nothing. It ain't gained us nothing. We keep buying Gucci, but I won't buy your shoe. Right. It ain't took us nowhere. I like Jordan, but you ain't gonna wear a pair of K-Dogs because I ain't no sports figure. Well, from what I'm hearing in the sports figure and all these kind of situations in that hip hop gangs and stuff like that, they want your whole, not your soul. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that's for everybody. I'm not saying don't go join that industry. I'm not saying don't do that. Please be careful. And when you do that, you know, that's a contract with every government official in the world. You actually become a COINTELPRO police. Please let us go. Because you're going to lead us to prison, not to the promise.
Absolutely.
So choose wisely. Everything has a choice in our situation. And sometimes the image is the choice. And our elders need to let the image go just as well as we do, in order for the youth to actually conform. If not, we're all gonna still be stagnant. Everybody died for nothing. Malcolm knew too much. He knew these elders and leaders and things like that was part of the situation too. Let's get him out the way. This is what we're doing to each other. When we find out too much that our accountability need to be pointed at, we get him out the way. Not this time. We don't want it this time. We actually want to save our messengers.
Brother Fellow, I think he was chiming in with you, KD.
Yeah, brother. What you're saying is a great thing, but I just feel like the people really have to understand that this is what you would call a systemic racism within our own community, built off greed and jealousy. The ones that are getting it, they're not, putting it out into the community with the other ones. And the ones that's not getting it, they looking at it like, well, I'm here under this brother, and he getting all this money, and these guys over here getting all this money. You know, it's just it was put in place by the government, actually, in actuality. White people were selling, you know, drugs to each other at one point in time, before the brother spoke of the 80s. Long as it was going on, you had the disco era. I mean, everybody was having fun. Soon as the nigga got that cocaine in hand and turned it into crack and started making money, hey man, you seen bodies dropping everywhere. Then nobody like nobody. It's racism within your own community due to greed and jealousy. And now we speaking on the past, but that still lives in present day. And the people have not figured out how. We got all these foreigners coming over here, and they aligning themselves with each other. The Arab, the Indians, the Mexicans, Africans. When they get here, they align themselves with each other. And when they lifting each other up, they lifting each other up, not to pull one down. They lifting each other up to get up out of this bucket. When we lift one up, we lifting one up to crash them out to pull that one up there that's about to get out of that bucket back there. That's what I feel like we have to find a way to educate our people to stop doing these things. I
want to say this. I want to say this. I was thinking about that movie American Gangster and the message that was in that right there. And ultimately, the man had everything. You can have everything under God green earth, but ultimately, what he do at the end? Told on everybody.
Told on everybody. Told on everybody.
Oh, he looking like, oh yeah. Ray Lucas, yeah.
Hey, did you see that little message I put in chat?
Yeah. Yeah.
I put a little message in chat because the brother was speaking something real powerful about how they set this game up and put it together. And that same thing about the bodies dropping and everybody going and this, that, and other, that same era saved America. The drugs, the crack cocaine, the indictments, come on, they was getting millions off these raids, man. That turned into billions and billions of dollars that America from other wars and stuff in Iraq and Saudi Arabia and things of that nature. The drug gang saved America and is saving it now, but we don't run the drug gang. Let it go. They took over the weed gang. Everything we're doing to support these dispensaries and things like that take us from out of our community, but they've already redlined us because if you stayed in Section 8 housing, things like that, your granny could have stayed there. You can't get a weed dispensary in Illinois. So you already created 60% more poverty just because they family members stayed in the ghetto, and these people ain't got a case in their life. So grow your own. Get a license and just grow your own. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of things that happen according to the government situation. And right now, it looks like we've actually failed into the destruction of ourselves. According to the brainwashing manipulation they have led and fed us that destroys Black unity. We're doing it to ourselves.
That's the infiltrating end.
Unity. 5-5 that we'll wake the sleeping giant, brother.
There you go.
We'll wake the sleeping giant.
It's a choice.
I think now I play like this, but I think a little bit.
Hey, one of the biggest issues that we need to work on, or I feel we could work on, is the placing the accountability or the weight of all of our burden on one person's shoulder. And by saying that, I mean in our sense of, it's so easy to pinpoint our leaders if we all standing on the same thing. If we all standing on the same principles with the same type of ABA, regardless of tribe and things of that nature, if every individual put forth an honest effort to do their share within their communities, to stand up in the face of injustice, to stand up for what's right, to refuse to live on their knees. If everybody stood up, if everybody chose not to participate in the purchasing of a certain product, we could cripple these billion-dollar companies. We could change the narrative overnight if we understood our individual worth. See, those rich billionaires and all that sit on the dollars of the poor man. because the poor man continues to try to look like he rich, live like he rich, while he's spiritually broken. He really has no hope. That's why he looks for comfort. See, we get to where I can say that it's this person's fault why I didn't do the things I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm damn near 50, but I can still blame another man for why I'm not where I need to be. There's a problem. Or why I can't go where I need to go. There's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we teach accountability and people understand their responsibility, ain't no excuses. See, when you stop being able to say that, hey, it's the brother man, see, he out here doing it, blah, blah, blah. Well, he was supposed to come down here last week and bring me that. He ain't show up, so I ain't do my part. That don't float.
Yeah.
Because there's people counting on this being done. My family got to eat. I can't wait on somebody else to feed them. But that's what we've become.
Right.
My family needs education. I can't put it in the hands of those I know gonna lie to my family to educate them. We cried and cried about the education and the false narratives that were being sold in these public schools to our children about who we are, where we come from, and what we're capable of. We protested and everything about that. The moment they started pulling it out of school, we fought for them to put it back. We fight for why? We don't want to take the responsibility ourselves to make sure we teach our kids the truth. To make sure we're keeping them out the streets. We don't want them to go to the penitentiary. We don't want them to end up in the graveyard, but we also don't want to deal with the responsibility of keeping them in line. Because we're chasing bags. We trying to live our best life. We own it. That accountability factor, that responsibility factor, it shouldn't take somebody coming home from the penitentiary to get the street straight. To me, I would feel some type of way if I could say that this man coming home and he said a word and everything fell in line, and I've been out here all these years.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm telling people, wait till he come home, he gonna fix everything. I feel some type of way. You know, they say to get to where you're going, you got to know where you at. We continue to look to the 60s and 70s for where we at. Nah, see, they dealt with that already. Right here in 2025, we have to be aware of the problems we facing right now and utilize the wisdom and understanding we learned from the past to deal with today to set the stage for our tomorrows. So when we teach our young men and women accountability, responsibility, integrity, dignity, when we instill these values in them, discipline, when we won't allow them to quit, we teach them determination and discipline. Keep going, keep pushing forward, keep striving. Know why you doing this. Why? Because you see me do it every day. Blood, sweat, and tears, I'm getting it. So I can make sure that mine got it, that yours got it, that the next door neighbor's kids got it. I don't care if you like me or not, I'm still looking out for your babies. And that's how they go. Like my man said, you come to my house, I'm responsible for you. If somebody come to my house to fight your children, I'm out there fighting for them. Whatever going on, y'all under my care when you with me. So if he get out of line, I'm gonna bust his ass and send him home. I write a letter if I need to. Look, he was doing this. This is why I did that. You know,
exactly.
That's what we got to do. But I love your baby, so I'm gonna make sure your baby's okay. And I'm gonna give him a jewel when he leave my house. What he do with it, I don't know. But I'm gonna give him something before he leave. What y'all got going on? What y'all playing? Y'all know y'all getting older now. Y'all out here in these streets, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna tell you how you're wrong and stuff and be hypocritical of the things I did, but I can tell you what mistakes I made. Things I
That's gonna make him come back strong.
Huh?
That's gonna make him come back strong because he's gonna be curious. He's gonna want to learn. I ain't getting it at home. I want to go back down there.
I know they do it. Hey, we in the South, so you know we cooking too. I'm always cooking.
Wait a minute. What that got to do with up north? You saying you in the South like up north don't cook? I cook from scratch.
Y'all can't cook.
Wait, first of all,
I'm talking about
nobody make steak and potatoes like me, baby.
Jordan. No, sis, I'm talking about the man for Jordan, not one individual.
Yeah.
I know when we get off of this, I'm gonna have to get this call from you. Not you, but the man majority of you all can't cook like us Southern.
Nobody put out. You hear me?
No, she real good about not doing it in front of people. She don't wait till we all get off the podcast.
Y'all made me take my glasses off.
Hey, we doing something nice for them elders that's on that flyer too, y'all. I haven't even spoken to anybody about it. We got they gonna be honored. That's why I say we got our elders coming. On the flyer. Obviously, we got Big Bro, Minister Rico, Big Bro Ike on there, Big Bro Sonny Red on there. One of our brothers that passed away, Freddie B as well. But now we're gonna make sure that they get their flowers that day. Yeah. So in even inside of all the fun, everything we've discussed, them elders getting their flowers in front of the world that day as well.
No doubt.
They should.
Say one thing before I go.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to let everybody know, like, I wasn't talking about throwing away the elders, but you have to realize this: to be a leader is to be a servant. You a leader, so you have to serve the people, not for the betterment of you. When you too old, you're supposed to get service. It's a transition, as bro said, talking about the transition. So you have to go from being of service to being service. So sometimes you too old, your thought process is not right. So I'm not saying throw them away, clearly, because none of mine I would never ever. I mean, they call me Lord Butterfly, like I'm a sponge. That's who I talk to and go get up with, all the old people. That's who I talk. I need to know what's going on, what happened, why is this, why is that? Because I want to know. Because number one, if I'm giving information to somebody else, I need an understanding of it. If you don't understand nothing, you can't apply it to your life. Anybody could be a parakeet. They can get anything y'all get them and read it off, right? Every time they see you, they can say it. But do you see that in their walk of life? That's the difference. Are they talking and walking the same? Because you can tell me anything, but is your walk and your talk the same? So far as the elders, I'm not saying throw them away, never ever will I, because I love mine. Okay, but what I'm saying is, when you a leader, you of servant. You are a servant to the people, and people don't realize that. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. It's a lot that goes with this. You feel what I'm saying? A lot. So it's not a small thing by any task. But as they get older, it's time for them to be honored. It's time for them to be served. It's time for me to go fix their plate. It's time for me to see what drink they drinking. It's time for me to go to their car, make sure they get in this building. So it's a transition, and everybody should be able to get their turn. A lot of people sit in them positions, and they're not fit to be of service to the people. But they still want to sit in that position just to be somebody. So that's what I mean by that. I don't mean throw them away by anything. Oh, that was it. I just want to say that.
No, thanks.
Oh man, that's something serious, man. I'm
church. That's all the way from the street. Church. You ain't said nothing.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. When it comes down to the elders, I'm respect. Well, not just elders. I'm respect everybody. But the ABA gonna show me it. Hey, the ABA ain't cracking. I don't care. They can be 1 to 1 million. I ain't dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I ain't gonna make nobody hate my hate somebody else hate. I'm never gonna do that. And people need to stop doing that. Stop making folks hate your hate. You know what I'm saying? Having these children hating each other before they even turn 2. You know what I'm saying? They growing up hating each other, don't even know why they hate each other. Mama said, no, I don't folks like you. Why? You know what I'm saying? That hatred is one of the main problems that we got going on right now today. Hating people don't even know the reason why you hate them, don't even know the person's name. I had never even seen the person. But like I said, your ABA gonna determine. You know, I deal with when I say I deal with everybody, I deal with everybody. But at the same point, I deal with everybody, but I don't socialize with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got my pick and choose who I deal with accordingly. You know, so you know we all got to understand the importance of unity, the factor of it. You know, I'm never gonna try to be a big person. No, I'm not gonna be a little guy all the time. You believe that. So you know, it's an honor being on here with y'all. You know, like I say, hey, it's always good with the family, especially BOS. You know, all of us one. You know, even with the Stones, can't beat them out. You know, so you know with that, you know, that hatred, you know, and all the other stuff that we got going on, like Strong saying, man, we got all this missing. I don't understand something, man. You know, I be overthinking myself sometimes. I don't be seeing how a person 50-year-old come up missing, man, can't find his way back home. I just don't see it. But I just, you know, it's just a lot of stuff I see. It be like, man, you too old out there. I'm just, you know, but you know, we got to do better, man. For us, like man say, you know, coming up, you know, the discipline been gone. That the government had took away all the discipline, man. You know, came with the kids. Kids know you can't. They, you know, they feel hey, I'm gonna call the people. You know, they had made it. You know,
my baby, them people done came at me twice about my kids. Listen, man, I know one thing about the law. Y'all call yourself making these laws according to the Bible. So when I tell you the Bible told me to spare it, we'll spoil them and things of that nature, so I don't spoil it. Why y'all in my business?
Yeah. Hey, look.
Well, you can't leave no moms. Who
like
left a mom?
I ain't seen nothing wrong with a good old ass woman. I ain't never heard
Got a lot of them.
Hey, say, brother,
they old Bible work for you.
Hey, brothers,
Yeah.
I grew up and lived in my grandma's house. My grandma had a weeping willow tree in the front yard, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had it in the front yard. Yeah. My grandma liked to braid three on together and demonstrate.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mine made us get out.
Yeah, she demonstrated.
Get your own switch off the tree. You get your own switch off the tree to get your ass
off. No disrespect to the sister. But I know every last one of y'all. I know every last one of y'all that got that switch got hit below the belt at least once.
Oh yeah,
that's a different kind of pain, man.
Hey, brother. One time my mama was whooping me. I had died, right? And then, yeah.
I know that.
I was getting them. Y'all was getting them. Like I say, yeah.
Don't make them hit herself.
Yeah.
They took care of the business, man. That's why I love moms. They literally took care of the business. But the fear factor was tough. They hit harder, so you really wanted moms to take care of the business.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
What then look
like this.
And what no age limit with the mama back then. Cause see, I was 13, 14, I thought I was the biggest gang banging Claude there. She came around the corner with a 2x4 with my ass home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
man.
Yeah. That's the discipline we need now.
Hey.
What? You get hit with it.
I thought I was dumb as a kid. Because you know, I just didn't do the work. Okay.
Right.
And my teacher told me, you got all this intelligence, you got all this stuff, you so popular, this, that, and other, but you won't do your work. You could be a whole lot. Man, I walked through that door, man, with F checks from the top to the bottom. And I tell you, everything was checked. And thought I was finna walk out that door, that man grabbed me by the bottom of my leg and lifted me up in the air. And he a stone, so you know a lot of stones wore leather belts with their names on it with a big old 5-point stone.
Yeah.
Hey, when I tell you Mo beat intelligence in me, I ain't seen an F since. You hear me?
Yeah.
I ain't seen an F since. I had to be everything but 10. You didn't want Pops whooping you, bro.
Yeah.
Big leather belt about this thick.
It's
Well, you know,
I didn't want to feel no more.
One of the worst whooping you can get is knowing you finna get one. See, we had a whooping. We got a whooping every Sunday. Every Sunday we got a whooping. So that's one of the worst whooping you get. You know you're gonna get a whooping that Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every Sunday we got a whooping because that's the time that he on the only day that my daddy had off. That Sunday you gonna everything that you did that week. You finna get that
it's time.
Yeah,
it's time.
Man,
that's one of the
Moms, dads, they snap that wrist.
Yeah.
I just want to tell y'all how super proud I am of y'all. Like this right here is what's needed. We don't have no killers in the community no more. It used to be somebody in every neighborhood that people listen to. Yeah. Now you guys have to become them people. Like this right here is the start of great things to come. Like real life, we have to look outside our organizations. We have to look outside our communities, right? Because I don't watch local news, right? Because that affects my today. But world news is what's going to affect my tomorrow. What's the gas going for? What's the stock market doing? What they doing with groceries? You feel what I'm saying? So they give you these tidbits because they rule the media, and they give you this to make you think this big problem. Why they going on and doing everything else that you ain't paying attention to? So you have to watch when you're not watching. And I just want y'all to know I'm super proud of y'all. I mean, I don't know everybody on here, but I'm still proud of y'all. This right here is where it's at. We need more black men like y'all to get the black young men to be men. I mean, they was letting people chop their stuff off for free a minute ago, right? Men could go in women locker room a minute ago, right? Like it done got too crazy. We need real men. We need real men. And I'm most definitely a masculine type of person, but to a real man that's supposed to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like a man knows in a way he should walk because he got his wisdom from the people before him. So I'm just super proud of y'all. That's all I want to say, y'all. That was it.
Thank you. That's what
thanks for that info. Eggs went down to 450 now.
Yeah, we built the whole thing on a conversation. I've always had the podcast, but we built this with a conversation I got with these guys, and we put our heads together and we set out for a mission. We 4 fingers. We need that 5th. Well, we got the 5th. We got the women. So you know what I'm saying. We got some fists to fight with right now. You know what I'm saying. Believe me, they watching what we're doing. We're gonna keep giving it to them in their face every day. Stand up, 10 toes. It don't matter when it rains, see the snow. We gonna stand right here. We're gonna be out in the
yes, sir.
We fearing nobody. We ain't selling for none of that. Oh, y'all gonna water the no, we not watering down nothing. We gonna give you the fact every time. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we gonna do from till the Lord say come home.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that includes live from 5 day. Yeah, podcast gonna be there. Y'all tap in. Y'all don't get to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna tap y'all in. We got the technology for it. Don't worry. We'll be ready for y'all.
Definitely gonna be in the building. We definitely gonna have a good time.
Yeah. On 22.
Before I go get the water. We ain't got no beaches open up in May up here. Everything's still cold.
Hey, them guys ain't gonna be thinking about no podcast when y'all women start getting in the water. Let us do what we gotta do before y'all start getting in the water.
Let us get to the business first.
I don't care who thinking about nothing. Listen, I live in Michigan. It's cold. It's cold. We just had floods up here. It's so cold up here. I'm going to a beach, baby. You gonna catch me in the water. I don't care what nobody got going on. I'm gonna be right at the edge.
Let the business get hammered.
there will be like tournaments and stuff, y'all. Just to speak on that day. So we have like the volleyball tournament, spade tournament, domino tournament. We're gonna have a sand castle building tournament for the kids. We buy speedboats that go in the water so they can get in the ocean and actually have a speedboats rate. We will have awards and prizes, toys, all of that for the kids to win, and also, you know, the adult volleyball tournament that you know wins, they'll be going on with awards, and they you know they king of the volleyball court. Yeah, so
Right.
we definitely have a lot of things planned for the people to do. We will not be just standing around looking at each other talking about nothing.
Right.
That's not gonna happen. Yeah, we're engaging. We're
for the guys.
Go
the
ahead.
most important event we having for the guys, we having a twerk contest.
That's that Friday. That's that Friday in the club, man. For the Friday, we got a twerk off for Friday in the club, man.
Yeah. That's what don't miss that. That's what don't miss.
I can't look.
Yeah,
You can't look.
now the brother Wise gonna be there, man. No. Hey, we gonna close our eyes, brother. We understand what's going on, cause now you know.
Man, I'm gonna get you
Yeah.
dark shade.
Sugar ain't gonna allow me to be watching neither, man. So
I'm gonna get y'all, bro, some dark shade. Then.
I'm not about to watch.
Yeah.
I got two of what they got. What I'm gonna look at it first.
Huh? I can't say
but now
that ain't always true, sugar. You know, some women like looking.
Hey, look.
Well, I'm just saying me, what I don't like. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand.
That ain't. I'll be at the club though, cause my birthday is that Thursday on the 1st.
Oh yeah,
I'm turning 47. I'm about to be 47.
Y'all gonna get me cut, bro. Hey, see what I'm
Yeah.
Your views gonna go up though if you come on that.
They gonna go down. The producer in the background, huh?
Damn them views. I love my life. I love her too.
Yeah, come on, I love her too.
Say you gotta go to sleep at night. We ain't gotta sleep there.
You said too much.
No, bro. No, that's enjoyment, man. Look, man, you know, hey, when you that love, man. Look, my baby take me to the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what you
Hey, boy, she say don't get that man cut.
No, pardon myself, beloved.
I put it to you like this. If I go,
pardon myself, beloved. I'm just a man. I'm just a man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And don't let nobody else tell you different.
Mighty. Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna have fun. I mean, we're gonna have some great time though.
Yeah.
That's all. You know, that's all the killing. That's all the thing that we need. You know, show support. Then, like I said, we're gonna do the live podcast from the beach too.
Yeah.
The Fruits Radio podcast will be going live from the beach. So that's gonna be a great thing too. So you know, so hey, it's gonna be on.
Right. Okay.
Excited.
Oh yeah, we can't wait to have y'all there. We're gonna feed you good too now. We're gonna make sure y'all eat good. Yeah, no doubt.
I got a month to set it up, man. My truck down right now, so I might end up doing Greyhound. I don't do no flying. I don't care what nobody talking about. I'm staying right here.
Staying on the ground, huh?
Yeah, bro. If I can't ride, it's okay. I ain't trying to be Superman. I don't know. Too many planes.
Yeah, I feel. I don't mind. But we know them things for some reason are let's just say they're dropping. Yeah, they're dropping at an alarming rate now. So yeah, I don't mind flying, but not right now. Yeah, not right now.
And I just got over my fear of flying, man, in January. That's my first time flying. Then they started dropping. I said, Lord.
Yeah, they drop
all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But we definitely
that I might
we
just
definitely finna have a great time though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely have a great time, brother. Like I say, if there's something that should be there that's not there, it's simply because my brain had a problem and just failed in the moment. Because everything, day and night, we're conversating, leading up to it, and thinking about. There have been so many things that have been added since the first thought was happening. We're gonna do this. It's been things just added, but now it's added with the ideal of giving people. We want to give the people. A lot of these people. Keep in mind, mass majority of the grassroots organizations in the South, not just Mississippi. So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, we have people from Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio, Denver, Colorado. You see what I'm saying? I got people coming out of Denver, Colorado, Phoenix, Arizona, Louisiana. When I say there is going to be a mass collaboration of people from Black organizations, I really mean that. We're finna be out there. So what we want to do is make sure that we all getting exactly what we think we coming for. And the reason being, go back to the community, take it back. Because some people ain't gonna be there. Take it back. Whatever we get there, take it back. Let's keep this thing going. To really understand this year's 5-5 Day, you have to go back to 1995 and go to the Million Man March. Minister Farrakhan said, "Long live the spirit." Long live the spirit of the Million Man March. That means it wasn't an event. The spirit of the Million Man March will be prevalent 5-5 Day this year, 2025. We're going to turn that beach up, y'all. Yeah, we're going to turn that beach up. Yeah, we're going to turn that beach up. We're going to turn that beach up, man. We're going to turn that beach up. It's going to be real royalty for these kings and queens, man, because now that's what's coming out there. The club parties, the entertainment for that Friday, because we didn't, we're trying to get them the entertainment, but it's going to be educational as well. Like I said, we're going to have a plethora of things for the kids to do, and there are going to be things for the adults to do. No one will be finding themselves standing around looking. Not going to happen. We're going to have something for you to do. And if you're hungry, we got some of the best food known to mankind. We the thought is always just throw some chicken on the grill, because we got so many people. We will have chicken. But yeah, you bringing the lamb chops, the steak, the cabbage, the Benihana, everything we can think of that we think Black people will enjoy will be there.
That good Southern cooking one more time.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, you won't get none of that Yankee food there.
We will be down.
Yeah, you won't get none of that Yankee food there.
No Yankee.
Well. Hey, let me take that back. The Sister Sugar coming out of Detroit will be making the Benihana rice. She will be making a vegan version for the vegetarians, and she will be putting meat in the oven. I also we ordered vegan because we got these custom sausages we call the Vice Lord sausage, because we always eat them, getting them custom made from chicken in a beef casing. But we have vegans coming, so I'm getting the Impossible meat, and we ordered the vegan the vegan, what's the name for the sausage? I'm having a brain freeze looking down the street. But we ordered the vegan wrap for the sausage. So the vegetarian, we will have a lot of dishes for the vegetarian. I know we're gonna have asparagus off the grill. For the ones that are vegan, we're gonna have a veggie stir fry. We have a vegan custom made sausage. Cabbage with no right. We like I say, everything we can try to do to accommodate the people is there. That's why when you say, brother, earlier, what should you bring? Whatever you want, but make sure self is there. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you want, but make sure self is there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most valuable thing. Yeah. We value you and your presence a little bit more than anything you could possibly buy. Make sure you there. Now, if you bring something with you, add it to the pile. I don't think nobody there is gonna say, "Hey, we don't want that. You brought it." I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
But we gonna be down there definitely at Club 34 that Friday night. You know what I'm saying? We gonna turn the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all performing. Yeah, brother performing.
I'm down the road. What's your name, Sister Shayna? I'm down the road from you. I'm down the road in Lima, Ohio. I'm about an hour and a half from Detroit.
Okay, well, I'm leaving out Thursday to drive down. That's my actual birthday. And then I'm coming back Sunday.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
with
you
that
right
being
down the
said,
street. You ain't that far from me.
Just let me know. As far as like certain events and things. My name Carl L. Ansar Stokes on Facebook. If you catch me, catch me. But just let me know like certain things that you got going on in Detroit. I had a small little
Okay.
linkage there. And
Well, we actually
probably show up to these certain things, man. We want to be a part of any events that got something to do with helping our people. We want to help
well,
sponsor.
y'all do be with me up here. You know, y'all family up here, most definitely. We done had a job fair up here with them. Like I'm about
that was
community
nice.
real life. You know what I'm saying? My blood brother is,
and that's why I say I do have
you know
a
what I'm
small
saying?
linkage up
Yeah.
there. I'll be wanting to come sometime. You know what I mean? Just the presence of it all, you know, so the people can see that we actually mean what we say when we standing on actually
Clearly.
unifying people and helping our community.
Right.
That's why
Sugar, I think
we gonna I hate to cut y'all the net.
That's
y'all,
okay.
Matter of fact, I tell you what, everybody stay with it. Yeah, we gonna end the show for everybody that watching. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate everybody that tuned in, tapped in. You got Big Wee, Vice Lord, 5 Day. You know what I'm saying? Growth in the Development. You got everything in here. I'm talking about everything that gumbo. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna get out of here, man. Peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you again. This is the Solution Radio Podcast.
This your boy T-Pain. This the new Solution Radio Podcast show. And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'ma keep saying it till I get tired. Overstand, leg up.